Hey guys, just setting up. Give me a few here. Got you. Ugh, why isn't it? Hey Jenna. Hey Lily. Hey Deb. All right, I've got Jenna and Lily. Ooh, gross, Deb. How much are you supposed to get? Ugh, I'm glad we're not getting that. It's cold here, but we're not getting that. Okay, let me. Deb, is that the short that you posted? Like I saw a short of yours that was about lake effect snow, but I wasn't sure if it was old. Lily, I'm a little chilly today, Lily. Tired of the cold air. Let's put it that way. I need to get out of the deep freeze here. Oh, it was today? Okay, I wasn't sure. Yeah, I saw it come up and I was like, is that because it's hard to tell unless there's comments or whatever. So I was like, I don't know if this is old or new or when it was from. Hey Anita, what's going on? How you doing, Anita? Okay. I didn't think I would see any of my more regulars because it's such a different time. It's about 8 hours too early than I normally go. I've got you down, Anita. What is the current trajectory of Zach and my connection? Okay, give me a minute to shuffle here, Jenna, because I literally just started, so still preparing myself here. See, I didn't even light my candle. Didn't even have my candle lit. Still trying to get myself together here. Actually, I need to get more small candles. My candles have about had it. Okay. So it's Jenna, Lily, and then Anita so far on the list. I just need to shuffle a little bit, Jenna. And I don't know, this weather is screwing with my sinuses more than my sinuses are screwed up anyway. Thanks, I love him. He's a battery operated snowman. I usually leave him up after Christmas, since in wintertime or in Michigan, it's cold till like April. Oh, you're near my friend then, the Mad Dasher. He's on YouTube. He does gig work videos. He's near Boston also. He got about, I think he said it was like 24 inches in that snowstorm. And then I saw some, like, I don't know, newscasters or whoever it was, like, Yeah, in Boston, you're now allowed to, like, once you shovel out your spot, your parking spot, you can put a lawn chair there. So nobody parks there. And I was like, what? What did he just say? And there's a lawn chair sitting there. I'm like, that is the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. Like a lawn chair in the winter, somebody marking their spot that they shoveled it out. Because I thought, oh, I would not want to be parked in that front of that apartment building in Boston and get plowed in and like, oh my God. Yeah, a parking holder. Well, at least I guess it's less likely somebody's going to move a dishwasher than they are a lawn chair. You know what I mean? Like, lawn chair is pretty easy to like move it out of the way and then take the spot. I was like, that's crazy. Like, no way. Oh, there's Gulner. Gulner's here. Gulner, last night we were all like, where's Gulner? Is Gulner on a date? Like, what's happening with Gulner? She's not here. Like, everybody was like, where is she? It was so funny. We're like, where's like Gulner's not here? What's going on? I said, well, maybe she's on a date, you know? Yeah, I was on last night at the normal time. This is not the normal time, but last night I was on. And then Arif had come in. She's like, "Did I miss Gulner's reading?" I'm like, "Gulner's not even here, so no, you didn't. You didn't miss it." It was so funny. We're all invested in Gulner's love life right now. Like everybody's invested in her love life right now. Okay, so let me scroll back to Jenna's message. What is the trajectory of Zach and my connection over the next month? Here, Virgo, he's okay. Yeah, I thought for sure. I'm like, well, maybe she's on a date. Hey, Cyan. Cyan. I never know how to pronounce names. Yeah, Gulner comes up with good questions. All right, I will add you. Oh, of course, Gulner. Gulner got to get her question in. Okay. All right. What is happening with, let's say, what's happening with Jenna and Zach for the next month? King of Cups in the reverse. Five of Swords. Well, there's some clarity. Why the King of Cups? So he's a Gemini. Oh, I gotta grab my mouse. I feel like one of you feels like more past stuff, or maybe currently physically exclusive and act like a couple. He's not my best friend. Okay. Did you say every other Sunday? Oh, every other Saturday. Well, maybe that's why I get the King of Cups in reverse. Like, Seven of Swords in reverse, Strength in reverse. It's kind of like it's like a holding back kind of, like holding back emotions kind of thing here. Okay, Eliza and Kinza one-on-one. All right, Eliza and Kinza, I'm adding you. There's like a holding back of emotions or something here with someone. Maybe both of you. I don't know. Another one on the Strength card. But Queen of Cups. Got the King and the Queen of Cups. What is happening here? The Queen of Cups is in the upright. So Queen of Cups is like really intuitive. So I don't know if this is you, like if you're catching feelings for him and he's more like emotionally, you know, all right, Trinity, I'm adding you. Let me see what I get with the Five of Swords in reverse. Page of Wands. So there's like an energy of someone with anxiety or having been kind of confused, not super effort being put in, like not a lot of, you know, I mean effort, but not a ton of it. But here we have the Hierophant, which can signal commitment or something more structured. Two of Swords, I feel like he's still, it's almost like trying to make up his mind. Oh, you're the anxious one. Well, it's less, it's more, there's more clarity now. But Two of Swords can be like trying to make a decision, having a blindfold on, not seeing everything. If you're, you know, anxiety can make things less clear because your head's all clouded with all those, you know, thoughts and the stress and the whole thing. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. What is this? Eight of Pentacles. Death in reverse. I mean, not in reverse. Why did I say that? Death card. So something's, so the energy seems to be shifting here. It's almost like somebody who was feeling left out in the cold, or like somebody didn't feel like they were getting enough attention out of this. The Death card is about something ending. Okay, the energy is shifting. So something ends and something else will take its place. So there's going to be a shift here, I feel like. Give me another one on the Death card. It's like my best friend and him. Oh, like him for me, kiss me in public like you would. The Star in reverse. Seven of Pentacles. So this, like, according to what you're saying, it's almost like he just doesn't want to put a label on it. You know, But the thing about that is, not, I mean, not everybody likes labels or whatever. However, sometimes with labels, or not having a label, I should say, it makes it easier for people to like just call you up when they feel like it, when there's nothing else for them to do, whatever the case. So hold on, guys. Can you guys still see me? All right, something. Oh, it came back. I don't know, like YouTube, it looked like it disconnected me or something from the live. So I didn't know if I was still here. Okay. It came back. So it does feel like there's a shift that's going to be happening, and I think he's thinking about things heavily. Moon in reverse. So I feel like he'll tell you something, or something will be revealed, maybe having to do with the label of commitment. And you say you have anxiety, but I think he's also kind of had some confusion, some anxiety. You know, Five of Swords. Five of Swords, so the fives are kind of the midway point where it can get worse or it can get better. If you go up, if you hit the Six of Swords, and it gets worse. That's when you get into the mental stress, and the anxiety gets worse, and that kind of thing. But it definitely looks like well, he is a Gemini too, so this is his energy. It definitely looks like he's been thinking a lot about the situation. And it looks like he's gaining, like he's gained clarity. Two of Swords is making a decision. There may be things you're not seeing super clear, but it's not as much stress as this Five of Swords. Two, I think he has a little bit of fear of committing too much and then having something happen to where it hurts you somehow. And I think that's a part of it. So I think everything now, it's more in his head. I don't think it has to do with like his emotions towards you or for you. I think it's just things that he thinks about, I want to be sure before I label it, kind of thing. Out of fear, not wanting it to, it's kind of like wanting a sure bet when you really can't have one. When you're talking about love relationships, there really is there's no sure bet. I mean, anything can happen at any time with anybody. So, but people like to feel grounded in their decision, and some people are slower than others, and they just don't want to, they would rather go slow than rush something and then have, regret it later, or have it hurt somebody, that kind of thing. So I think that it's kind of what it's feeling like right now anyway, because energy is always changing. We might spend this Sunday together and do a day trip to Maine, but I still have... Well, you might want to wait on that trip because I think you guys are supposed to get more snow Sunday. I think you're getting more snow. Okay, let me scroll back here. Hey, Daria. Did I miss anybody coming in? I don't... Trinity, you're on the list, so I didn't miss you. Yeah, be careful if you do drive, for sure. What is the future of Noor's and Hamza's relationship? I don't think I missed... Wait, who just asked? Oh. Daria, I think you asked to be put on the list. Let me... Alright. Daria, I'm putting you on the list. So right now it's Lily is now. Then it's Anita, Sayan, Gulner, Eliza, Kinza, Trinity, Daria. So let me cross off Lily. Lily, you seem to worry about how the parents will get along or how they will, or if they'll cause you any problems. Because I think I did that question the other day. Seems familiar, like you were worried, like, will they like me or will they... I don't remember the exact question. Must be on your mind all the time. So let me focus more on the future of your relationship. What is the future of Noor and Hamza's relationship? Yeah, I can tell because you've asked a couple different questions about it recently. Okay, what is the future of Noor and Hamza's relationship? This one wanted out, so I'm taking it. Oh, the Emperor in reverse. This Emperor was all... Ooh, seemed like in every reading last night. Coming out again. Because he takes his parents' side a lot. I don't want him to take... Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Now I understand. What else? Emperor in reverse, Knight of Wands in reverse. Man, I don't... Two fire signs, both in reverse. One is the Emperor. Clarify the Emperor. Queen of Pentacles. No, they're not bad, Lily. Daria, I've got you on the list, but just wait until I call your name before you throw out your question. Otherwise, we would just have all the questions in chat. And then it makes me hard for like to concentrate to see who I'm actually reading for. If they comment, then I can't see it because it's kind of buried in there. So just hold your question until it's your turn. Um, I feel like he has trouble. So the Emperor in reverse, that can be somebody who has a hard time making up their mind or kind of, staying in control. Emperor in the upright is somebody who's very in control, knows what they want, knows how to, go about it. Emperor in reverse can be somebody who doesn't know how to kind of take control of situations. Hey, Kath, thanks. Stay warm. Queen of Pentacles, especially with his mother, I feel like this Queen of Pentacles can indicate somebody older in age, age-wise. Maybe that his mother has more control over things. And Two of Swords, like, that's that, energy of trying to make a decision. So it may be that there's an issue with him kind of taking control or speaking up for himself when it comes to certain things. Let me get another one on that Two of Swords. Star in reverse. It feels like there's fear, like he almost like, I don't want to, I don't want to say something and hurt, someone's feelings. Like, I don't, this is my mother or this is my father. And, it's kind of like, that family respect thing where I feel like that may be where the hesitation with him comes from. Let's see what I get with the Knight of Wands. Knight of Cups. Eight of Swords. The Magician. Yeah, there's something about lacking confidence or just like stressing him out. Although, he definitely has emotions for you with this Knight of Cups here. But it feels like he's still trying to figure it all out. It does create anxiety, or maybe this is your anxiety. Eight of Swords is a lot of anxiety. It's usually self-imposed. Like, you just think about the stuff and it, makes you anxious and stressed out. Magician, this is about like manifesting the things that you want in your life, relying on yourself to manifest those things. I don't know. It's not necessarily her causing problems. It's more like if one of your parents says something that you don't agree with, it's like, how do I respond? Like, that's my mother or that's my father. Like, some people have a hard time creating boundaries with relatives or speaking their mind because they're a relative. Feels more like that kind of thing. Almost like there may be a fear of speaking up. Okay. Like, that's my mother, or that's my father, how do I, for fear of, like, he doesn't want to step on any toes, like not wanting to hurt people. Let me see what I get with the Six of Swords. Age of Swords. Five of Pentacles in reverse. Death in reverse. It feels like it's like wanting to do it differently, but then the same thing happens. But Death in Reverse, that's a good card. That means things are going to change. Like, things will be done differently. Let me get one on the Knight of Swords. King of Swords in the reverse. See, even with you, when I tried to clarify the Knight of Cups, which is, love and emotions, King of Swords in reverse. Like, I feel like there may be times where he's even afraid to communicate certain things with you. So I feel like it's just an issue with him, like, in general, of like communication issues or setting boundaries, especially, within a family setting or with people close to him. But it does look like that's going to change. Let me get one on this Death card. Three of Wands in the reverse. I feel like he knows that it has to change, but it's good. It's still, there's a lot of stress tied up into this for him, as far as, figuring it out. Like, it's it can be very difficult when you're dealing with, your relatives, your family. So it's not even that his mother would cause a problem or his father would cause a problem. It's just more of like, she may just say something that he doesn't agree with, or, she may suggest something he doesn't like, or whatever that, it's not even, it doesn't even have to be something huge. It doesn't have to be like a huge argument or, anything like that. Because I feel like this has been this way. So it's not something new. I think it's just him trying to figure it out, how to speak up at certain times, how to, how do I do this without hurting anybody's feelings? And that's a lot of the reason why people don't say things in certain, circumstances like that. They would rather just keep quiet. I'm just going to keep quiet and keep the peace, because they don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, because it's easier to keep the peace by staying quiet. So, but the thing is, by staying quiet, if there's a bunch of things that you're upset about internally with a person, that will build up. And then one day you might just explode on the person because you've been holding it in for so long. So that's not good either, So there has to be like a balance. I feel like it's something that he thinks about, quite often. Yeah, I feel like you don't even know something is wrong with him. Well, I have totally gone mad. Yeah, because if it's something, if he's always been that way, nothing, you know what I mean? It's not a problem for him at times. So, or he may not realize he's doing it. If you go about things differently, that's where you're going to clash, So I don't know if maybe, I mean, you might want to have a discussion with him about it, or bring it up, in a bring it up in a way where he won't get defensive, just kind of like, oh, hey, I've noticed, these things, I've noticed this, and do you see it as a problem, or what, that, or I have concerns about it, that kind of thing. You have to kind of approach it so the other person doesn't get super defensive. We are, Hustler, we are on early. Guess who's here? Gulner's here, and she was not on a date last night. She just missed a live, that's all. Yeah, he's thinking about it a lot. I think it's really stressing him out. Um because he's always been like this. So, that's something that would take him, a bit of time. It's not something that, a person can do overnight if that's how they've always handled things. So for him, he may not even see that there's a problem with that. It's just, and you do. So that's, two different viewpoints. So I would give him some time because that's not like an overnight flip the switch kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's going to take him a while to like deal with that and work on kind of improving it. So, and I'm currently getting ready to do Anita's reading. After that is Cyan, Gulner, Eliza, Kinza, Trinity, and Daria. You've given him, well, that's plenty of time. You mean you have already, or you just told him that recently? Okay. It's gonna take him a while. It because all of that even involves just him having discussions with them. You know what I mean? So there's probably things he needs to discuss with them as well, not just you. But kind of like, hey, I don't. This is how I feel, etc. So it's kind of, it's involved like all the way around. It's not like an easy process, I guess I'm trying to say. Oh, you've already given him 3 years. Well, then I guess that kind of boils down to you. Like, what are you willing to accept that? Or is it something you cannot accept? Do you know what I mean? Like, that would be your choice. Is that the kind of person you want? Is that the only issue you have with him? You gotta, like, I guess, lay out the pros and cons and figure it out from there. Anita, will you do me a favor and throw up your question again? That way I won't have to scroll back endlessly. I saw you put it on there, but I missed. I gotta get these love. I always forget about my love cards here. I'm gonna put them over here so I don't forget about them. You're welcome, Lily. Thank you for coming in. Hustler, I didn't think any of the regular people would be here because it's such a different change in time. Thanks, Lily. You too. Anita, can you do me a favor and throw your question up again, please? And thank you. Got my lip chapstick sitting here. My lips are so dry from the weather. It is ridiculous. I don't know where Anita went. She was just here a second ago. Unless it's my chat freezing up. Okay, there you are. Can you do me a favor and put your question in again for me, Anita? So you and your hand wave thing there. Yes, please post it now. Now I'll be able to see it. Okay. Hemanshu feelings and when he Okay, so you want to know how he feels about you and when he might ask you out or something to that effect. I'm gathering. God, I'm a hand. Look up. I can see my hands. I move my hands too much. Okay. Let me see. All right. What are his actions? What are his feelings towards Anita? When will he take action? What are his feelings? When will he take action? What are his feelings for Anita? When will he take action? Let's see what we got. Well, Queen of Cups, that's good. That is good. Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups. Nothing but emotions coming out so far here. And then Nine of Cups. Wow. Is he a little bit younger than you, Anita? I'm just asking because I've got a Knight of Cups here and a Queen of Cups, and Knights can be somebody younger than you, so I was just curious. It definitely seems like there's interest there. There's 3 cup cards here. Those are all about emotions. All about... Oh, you don't know if he's younger or older than you? That's okay. He doesn't have to be, but it can be. Can mean that sometimes a person is younger. Clarify the Queen of Cups. King of Wands. I feel like he might be working on some confidence. I feel like he might be working on getting up the confidence, the self-confidence. King of Wands, Magician is in the reverse. Kind of like he's trying to build up confidence in himself. But King of Wands can mean he's attracted to you. But I feel like he might be working on some self-confidence. Let me get another one. You're Scorpio. 9 of Swords. Yeah. I feel like it makes him anxious. Like, I feel like he gets nervous. I feel like he gets nervous about it. Like nervousness or shyness. Trying to like get up the nerve. What about the Knight of Cups? Let me see what the Knight of Cups says. Six of Cups in the reverse. Did you date him before? Or do you know him? Page of Pentacles. Hierophant. Well, you've met him, but that's it. So you've only met him, but nothing else. It feels like, because this Six of Cups in reverse can be an energy of somebody from your past, or somebody you know, somebody you already know. This could just be saying, like, if you don't really know him well, it could just be saying that he liked you when he met you, like his initial reaction to you, like he thought about you after the fact. Page of Pentacles. So, like I said, I feel like he's working up the nerve, or working up confidence, trying to like get up the nerve. Page of Pentacles can be an offer from somebody, something usually that's smaller, like let's meet up, or let's talk, let's go out and get something to eat, or whatever the case may be. Let's take a walk. It's usually a small. Page of Pentacles is like a small gesture. It's not some grand gesture, but it's something smaller. It's the beginning stage of something. You can't be put on the list if you're going to ask about the lotto, because that's a question I won't answer. I can tell you that right now. That won't happen. Let's see what the Nine of Cups is. Emotional fulfillment, so that's good, Anita. Oh, Eight of Swords. Why did I say Eight of Swords? He might be anxious. I feel like he's nervous. Eight of Wands. That's a lot of communication. Hangman, thinking about it. Knight of Wands. Yeah. So it still feels like he's kind of working up the nerve. I do feel like he wants to talk to you or see you or both. He's thinking about it. This is Hangman energy. Eight of Wands, that's a lot of, incoming communications, okay? A lot of energies moving. Things are being done. And then here again with this, wait, did I have a wand card? Yeah, I had the King of Wands. This Knight of Wands, so he's in this boat here, and there's a big smile on his face. So it's kind of like, he's going to be, he's so it feels like he's so nervous about it. He's working himself up, like he's stressing himself out, trying to work up the nerve. But once he does get enough nerve to contact you, he's going to feel a lot better. Like, oh, I'm so glad that I did that. Like, I wasted this time. Like, why did it take me so long just to work up the nerve, to contact Anita? So I feel like it's, he's going to, after the fact, it'll be great. And this Nine of Cups, that's like wish fulfillment. So I do feel like he's going to contact you. I feel like right now, he's just trying to get up the nerve. I feel like he's a little He's a little shy. He needs a little bit of self-confidence, maybe, just to get up the nerve, you know, to make the move, is what I'm saying. But after the fact, he's going to be really glad that he did. So yes, I feel like he will. So I think it's all good, Anita. I think you just have to be a little patient. Got to be a little patient for him to get up the nerve to contact you. So Cyan, are you here? Cyan, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Then after that, Gulner, Eliza, Kinza, Trinity, Daria. You're welcome, Anita. Okay, I don't know if Cyan is still here or not. Cyan, are you here? Going twice. Oh man, drinking too much coffee. I'm gonna be all wired up. There you are. You came back just in time. What's next for me professionally? Okay. Cyan wants to know what is next professionally. What is next professionally for Cyan? No, I'm not taking those. Wasn't ready for them. What is next for Cyan professionally? What is next for Cyan professionally? Okay. Judgment. Interesting. Well, 9 of Pentacles. That's a good card. Abundance. 8 of Swords. Well, that's not a great card. That can be a little bit of stress. Let's see. Clarify the judge. What's on the bottom of the deck? Ace of Swords. Clarify the Judgment. I feel like some changes. I don't know if there's already been some changes professionally. Judgment is usually like transformation, changes. Tell me more about the Judgment. Death in reverse. Definitely changes here. Or it may have already changed. Death in reverse, that's a new beginning. 6 of Swords in the reverse. Ten of Cups. So I don't know if there was something that you did before, like part of your part of what you do for work, or something involved with that. It almost feels like something is coming back around. Like, I don't know if this would be a person contacting you, offering something, work related or career related. But I feel like it brings you, whatever it is, that there's a lot of emotional fulfillment tied into this. Okay. The Judgment card, that's transformation. Death in reverse, that's new beginnings. Six of Swords in the reverse, it's when something kind of, it can be something coming back, like a boomerang, or somebody coming back into your life with some kind of offer. I feel like your emotions are really heavily tied into whatever this is. Let's see what I get with the Nine of Pentacles. That can be more independence, self-employment, or being your own boss, financial security, stability. And King of Wands, this can be a boss, or it can be you. It can be you starting your own company. Wheel of Fortune. See, there's changes. This is all about changes. Hangman in reverse. It's like, it's putting more action into your professional life. Like, I feel like it's something you've already thought about for a while with this Hangman in reverse. It means you've gained some wisdom about it. You've gained a new perspective about it. King of Wands in reverse, not in reverse. King of Wands, it's like putting forth the action, taking control, doing what has to be done. It feels more it feels like there's more independence with this for whatever reason. Let me have another one on that King of Wands. High Priestess, and like, it's again, this is something you've already thought about, or you've known, kind of a gut feeling that you've already had that maybe you ignored before. That involves change, a bigger change. And it kind of, I don't know if this is about you branching off on your own, or being a team leader, whatever this is, starting your own business, something to that effect, where you are central to that position, or whatever is making you money. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I'm getting from this. Let me see. There's a little bit of anxiety in the future. Let me see what that is. Clarify the Eight of Swords. Hermit in reverse. It's all this energy of, like, you must be thinking about stuff a lot. Because between the Judgment, Hangman in reverse, High Priestess, Hermit in reverse, like it's been on your mind, like something's been coming for a while. Building a foundation, Four of Wands. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Why the Queen of Pentacles in reverse? Okay. Competition. Conflict. It almost feels like you've been juggling around ideas in your head or something related to your job or career where there's something that's tied to you emotionally, that something you enjoy more than any other thing. Um, Almost like you've been thinking of a career change or a different role in whatever you've been doing, branching out on your own somehow. There's something here that's tied into that, I feel like. But I feel like maybe there's been hesitation out of fear or stress, worrying about will it keep me stable? Okay. Is that a good foundation? Can I build a foundation from that? Can I grow from that financially? This Queen of Pentacles in reverse here. Four of Wands, that's building foundations, stable energy. There may be competition, or maybe there was before. Maybe that's where the worry was coming from. But I feel like it's been on your mind like for quite some time. Maybe even on and off. You think about it, and then and then you just go back to doing whatever you've been doing. But it feels like whatever this is, it's something that brings you more emotional fulfillment, and you have more of a leadership role, or you're doing it independently. Ten of Cups, King of Wands. This can be, the only wand above this is the Emperor, okay, which is Emperor's boss energy, pretty much. So is the King of Wands. It's like I got it all under control. Like I'm doing this, and then Nine of Pentacles, very independent, stable energy. So it's something that you enjoy, that brings you joy, and you make money from it. It's not like one or the other. It could be, so the boomerang thing, that could be someone that you worked with before, or a position you had before. There's a change here with this transformation, judgment, okay? It's a changing, it's things changing, okay? Transformation, it's a bigger change. This Death in reverse, that's something new happening. It's a new cycle, okay? Both of these are about new cycles. Old cycles ending, new ones beginning. The Six of Wands or Six of Swords in reverse, okay? It could have been something that the first time around it didn't go so well, or something that comes about from networking. Someone you met, quite a while ago comes to you, hey, got this offer for you, etc. I feel like it's something you've done before, or you've already got a connection to it. Something that you enjoy. It feels like something closer to your heart, something that you get more joy out of, if that makes sense. Because a lot of people, they make good money, but they're miserable. And other people love their job, but they don't make good money, okay? This feels like a combination of both, but it feels like there's more independence to it, or more freedom. Almost like somebody that you may have met at one time professionally coming and contacting you saying, hey, we're doing this thing. How would you like to lead us in this, whatever the situation is. Something to that effect. Something where you'll have more freedom and you enjoy it more, and you'll make, good money from it. If that makes sense. It just feels like it's been building up for a while, and And on some level, I feel like it's crossed your mind before. Timeline, let me see. Well, this here is the current energy, but 9, I'd say the next 4 to 5 months. The change has already, it feels like the change has already started. Like something's already changed. Even if it's not completely on your side of things, there's something going on that's already been in the process of shifting somewhere. Okay. But as far as on your end, if someone contacts you, you know, that, etc., I feel like maybe within the next 4 to 5 months. Oh, God. I had to turn my little heater off. Start make me too warm. Go from one extreme to the next. Yeah, I would say probably late spring, early summer. And it definitely just feels like big shifts happening, or they already, you know, feels like they're already happening. You're just probably not aware of the big shifts at this point. Hi, Michelle. Welcome in, Michelle. Miss Gullner, are you here? Gullner is always prepared. She's got her question ready to go. She's just on it. She's always got the question ready to go. I love that about Gullner. What will happen on my first date with Hassan? No, Michelle. I'm in Michigan, so no. No. Been in the deep freeze. Although we don't have snow right now, thank God, so there's that. Gullner, we were all hoping that first date was last night. So I feel so let down, Gullner. I was just hoping that's where you were. I just feel let down. I'm trying to live vicariously through you, Gullner. Don't you know that? Like, we're just all so intrigued by Gullner's love life. It's pretty funny. Well, he better if he knows what's good for him. Just saying. He better get on the ball with that. He needs to hurry up and make a move. That's true. You're right about that. He does work. That is very, very true. Let me see. I'm gonna use these. Well, he's working on financial stability. He's working on the financial stability. Okay, we want to know how the first date is going to go. That's what you asked me, right? Let me scroll back. What will happen? Okay, how will it go? All right. Okay. How will Gunnar's and Hassan's first date go? God, these cards are difficult to shuffle. Wait, Michelle, are you guys getting that snowstorm? No, I thought that was supposed to go further south or something. I know there was another storm they were talking about. I can't keep track anymore. Just waiting for the 20s to get here next week. 24 is going to feel like a heat wave. Okay. What will happen on Gulnar and Hassan's first date? Ooh, 7 of Pentacles. Okay. That's a good card. Okay, 4 of Cups. Let's see. Clarify the 7 of Pentacles. 3 of Swords. Well, this I feel like is you now. You're kind of waiting and getting frustrated because he hasn't asked. Anxiety. But that's not what I asked here, Spirit. I did not ask how Gulnar's feeling. Okay, tell me more here. Queen of Cups in reverse. Well, there he is, the King of Pentacles. That's him for sure. And I feel like this is you, Queen of Cups in the reverse, getting frustrated because he works so much. I feel like you actually... I don't know if there's like a blockage here. I mean, I know he works a lot. Like, I don't know how often you think about it. How much snow do you have now, Deb? Knight of Wands. Well... feels like it's coming up with frustration over not over waiting. But Knight of Wands, I mean, it's possible he could ask you out soon, because the Knight of Wands did come out. Then we have Justice. That's about balance, fairness. What about the 4 of Cups? 2.5 heavy lake. Ugh. I'm glad I don't live closer to the water. The Hermit. 4 of Wands in reverse. Very strange. What's on the bottom of the deck? 2 of Wands in the reverse. Dad, were you sliding? I think it's worse when it first starts snowing than it is after the fact. Four of Cups, the Hermit. The Moon. I feel like he might be late February, Gullner, before he asks you out. Like, I keep getting cards here that kind of, it's not telling me a lot about your first date. It's kind of just bringing up the energy right now. Kind of like you're frustrated, you know, like, you know, oh, he's working a lot. I feel like when you do go out, and maybe you may spend time outside. Like a nature thing. But the Knight of Wands is here. The King of Pentacles is here. You know, the Knight of Wands, that's the action. Him making a move. You know, King of Pentacles, of course, is him. Well, Deb, it's a good thing you went home, made it home all right. I mean, you had to go home, obviously. But the moon card is here, and the Hermit's here. You know, the moon, something being revealed. Now, I do believe there is a full moon. Actually, is that this weekend? I think there's a full moon. But this is Pisces energy. It almost feels like might be closer to mid-February, late February. I feel like the date will be very, you know, it'll be a good date. It'll be balanced. But I think the anxious, like, I'm feeling anxiousness from you, and I think it's kind of like getting in the way here. Like, it's there's these cards over here, feels like you. This here is more him. He may even be having I feel like right now he may be dealing with work stress of some kind. Like, it feels like right now there's something going on for him that's stressful work-wise, or, you know, God, now I turned off my heater and now my legs are getting cold again already. Let's see. Will they enjoy each other's company? Let's see what I get. What on this King of Ping? The Ping of Pentacles. Eight of Cups. Well, there's a Page of Pentacles. That's somebody offering or asking, you know, someone out on a date. Eight of Cups in the reverse. Seven of... Yeah. He's gaining some clarity. I feel like he's... It's probably just from him working all the time. Like, when do I find time for this kind of thing? Trying to, you know... Trying to decide. Trying to make a choice. With the... You know... I've got the work option and, you know... When can I go out? I don't have time kind of thing. But then Eight of Cups in reverse. It's kind of... It's emotional energy coming back. Coming towards you. So I feel like, you know... He's made the decision, I feel like, already. I feel like it's just a matter of when do I have the time, and it seems like right now there may be something he's dealing with work-wise, some stress kind of thing. Where did that... Oh, that's a Queen of Cups. I do feel like once you make it to that point where you do go out, your first date or whatever, I feel like you'll get along well. Like, I feel like it'll go well. It's just getting him to that initial, you know, date, because he's always in the King of Pentacles energy. Like, always. You know. He's just in that workaholic mode. But I feel like there's times where he has to be. Like, he doesn't have a choice. Hey, Andrea. Yeah, it feels like middle of February keeps popping into my head here. Like, I feel like he's attracted to you. With him, I just think it's a matter of time. It's like you know, finding the time. Like, he's so wrapped up with work things. For him, you know, it's like he's a workaholic. So making the... it's like he has to carve out that chunk of time to where that's a priority. Like, right now, it's not his priority. He's so focused on work. But I think there might be something going on right now where some issue as far as work goes, whatever he's doing. I don't think there's a way around it for him right now. I think he's just dealing with some work stuff. Hold on. Let me grab it. Let's see. I'm going to grab a couple of these love cards. Let's see what else I can get. Let me get a few of these. Flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Gulner needs to flirt. Oh, look. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. The problem is just getting him out, Gulner. Okay, your third one, trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. So I guess you just have to trust the process right now, Gulner. You just gotta wait it out, you know? You just have to wait for him to carve out some time. Like, I don't doubt that he will ask you out. Like, I truly believe he will ask you out. Like, I picked up on that. I don't know, one of the other readings I did. I already picked up on that before. I think he just needs to carve out the time. Anybody coming in, please read the message I have pinned down below. Aliza, are you here? My gosh, I have a cousin with that name, Crystal. That was kind of freaky. Okay. Are you here, Aliza? Aliza's normally here somewhere. Okay. Okay, touch of love, I'm adding you. I gotta watch my time. It's 2:30. Okay. Touch of love. I'm on Aliza. Crystal, I'm putting you after touch of love. Aliza, did you ask me this the other day? Why does this question seem familiar? Okay. What does Aliza's future husband have going on right now? Okay, Andrea. I'm adding Andrea. Well, I'm hoping he's single. It is? Alright, it seems maybe somebody else asked. It could have been somebody else. Okay, what does Aliza's future husband have going on currently in their life right now? Kenza's next. So Kenza, if you're here. I mean Kinza. Why I said Kenza, I have no idea. I meant Kinza. Can't even read my own writing. Let me tell you. Scribble. I scribble them down. Okay. What does Aliza's future husband have going on? Andrea, if I was looking at cards, I wouldn't have seen it. Because I'm not always paying attention. I try to pay attention, but a lot of times I'm focusing on the cards. Alright, what does Aliza's future husband have going on? Let's see. The Lover's in reverse. What the hey? 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Knight of Cups. Well, that's interesting. He may have gone through I don't know, I might have gone through a breakup recently. Yeah, Hierophant with the Lovers in reverse. Wheel of Fortune. Knight of Wands in reverse. Or he could be a Gemini, I suppose. I feel like he's going through some changes. What about the Nine of Pentacles in reverse? No, it could just be like a relationship. It doesn't necessarily have to mean marriage, if that's what that is. Ooh, Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Seven of... Woo! It could even be work-related. There could have been something about a job change. With all of these pentacles, something wasn't fair. Something wasn't balanced here. Could be about like financial stability right now. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. But now it's like, now it seems like he's coming back around, putting in the work, putting in time, putting in effort. Give me another one on the Eight of Pentacles. Queen of Swords in the reverse. Knight of Cups, Star in reverse. It might be money related. It's like some kind of lesson or something. Something, gosh, why is this so familiar to me? Having deja vu or something's going on. This could even be, I don't know what this is, like a choice was made regarding a commitment here in the past. I feel like he might have a tendency to hold back his emotions at times due to past experience. Like not sharing. Oh, Page of Swords. Is he living in my... Okay. Is he living in Elise's country? I'm going to do a yes or no. Does he live... So if this comes out in the upright, he's in your country. Which would be a yes. If it's in the reverse, that means no. Does he live in Elise's country? Priyan, please read the pinned message. Okay, so it came out in reverse. That means that would be saying no, he does not live in your country. At least, and this is only current energies at the moment. Things always change. Always. Energy always changes. Clarify this, Hierophant. Let me see. King of Wands. Yeah, I feel like something happened. And he made a choice to almost, I don't know if I want to say he cut ties with somebody, but there was a decision he had to come to here because he couldn't wait any longer. King of Wands, Temperance in reverse. Could have been relationship related, could have been related to money, finances, or maybe a job. The Lovers isn't just like a romantic card. It's about making a choice. He made a choice in regards to something here. In the past, there was structure involved. So either, you know, could have been marriage, could have been relationship, could have been something, you know, even family related, with that Hierophant. But I feel like he made a decision to kind of, feels like he cut somebody out somehow. Cut communication with them, put up some boundaries, whatever that was. So I feel like he's rebounding from that. So I feel like when you meet him, he may hold back emotionally a little bit. Just from kind of past things that he's been through. In that regard. But Knight of Cups, that would be him right there. I mean, it came out in the reverse, which would mean, you know, abroad. But keep in mind that, that could just mean that, you know, maybe right now that's where he is. So, everything changes. Okay, Priyana, I'll put you on the list. Putting Priyana on the list. Was there somebody else that... Oh no, I already got Andrea. Okay, Kinza is here. I know that Kinza is usually here somewhere. Oh, let me mark you off though. Let me cross you off the list. I should probably stop my list right now so I don't go on forever here. Almost 3 o'clock. Been on here for almost 2 hours already. I'm gonna change my message real quick. So remove. I like that question, Kinza. Okay, I gotta put up this new message. Alright. What is happening in the spirit realm regarding me? Okay. Let's see, which deck do I want for this question? Oops, sorry for that. Accidentally hit something with my cup. Okay. Alright, Spirit. Which deck do I need here for Kinza? I feel like I need... Hold on. I feel like I need my Oracle cards for this one. I've only been... Normally I only use these for the videos when I do all the signs. But I feel like I need to grab them right now for Kinza. Okay. Let me start with a couple oracles. Okay. Okay. Spirit, what does Kinza need to know? What is going on? What are you working on for Kinza, please? What are you currently working on for Kinza? Okay, so this one is about retreat. It's kind of like hermit card energy. It's kind of going within, meditation. Let me see what other ones I get. 2 more, please, for Kinza. Grace. Wise Woman of the Grove. I love these cards, by the way. They're like my favorite oracle cards. Gratitude. Bluebell Fairy. These cards are so pretty. Okay. So let me use these. I'm going to use my Crystal Visions. Spirit, what are you working on for Kinza? What are you working on for Kinza right now, please? Messages for Kinza. Oh, I am. I just did 3 oracles first. Like when I do my videos, I always start with some oracle cards first. So I just pulled 3 of them for you. What are you working on for Kinza? What are you working on currently for Kinza? 2 of Wands. What does Kinza need to know? What are you currently working on? Oh, okay. 2 of Wands in the reverse. Unable to make up. I feel like there's something about... I don't know if there's times you struggle with like doubting yourself, especially when it comes to making decisions. Like almost like you've made decisions before, that you've regretted, and then it's like not being able to forgive yourself, like, oh, that was a really bad decision, like I shouldn't have done that type of thing. um what else are you working on for Kinza? Page of Swords. Page of Swords, new ways of thinking, learning, knowledge. Feel like there's being things put in your path in order for you to learn more about yourself. In order for you to grow spiritually, so that you understand yourself more. There's an energy of you not like it's almost like you're too hard on yourself at times, okay? So it's almost like you're being sent certain things in order for you to understand who you are, on a deeper level. Death, and there it is, the death card. So, new beginnings, a new way of thinking, learning about yourself. Oh my God, the cat's gonna act up again. It never fails when I'm on live. This death card is a change. It's learning how to forgive yourself. It's like you're willing to forgive others or give others grace in situations, but not yourself. It's almost like feeling like you need to be on top of it all at all times, like not giving yourself enough leeway here to make mistakes. Tell me more about the death card. Ace of Cups. Learning how to love yourself. So things are coming, it's like certain situations coming your way, so that you can have these lessons, so that you can kind of understand who you are more clearly. Lovers in reverse. It's like making a conscious decision. Yeah, see, it's like these wand cards. 3 of Wands, 5 of Wands, 2 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles. Like, you can make the choice. 3 of Wands, looking for the future. Putting something into action. Six of Pentacles. There's lessons. So it's like there's things being keeps coming back over and over and over. What's happening, Miss Fran? Like, it feels like your things are coming your way. Things are being put in your path to make you realize that you need to be fair to yourself. It's almost like you're fair to everybody else, but when it comes to you, you're not as fair. Like you're more understanding with everybody else than you are on yourself. You're harder on yourself, like extremely hard. Jojo, I'm sorry, but I already closed the list for today. I might be back later on at 9 p.m. Eastern time. It just depends on my mood. It just depends on my mood at the time. Usually Friday nights are, extremely not busy or slow, I should say. The Seven of Wands, like stick up for yourself. These two cards here, Kinza, kind of sum it up, okay? So it's like Spirit's doing things out of love, putting obstacles in your way out of love to make you, to kind of toughen you up a little. Seven of Wands, it's kind of defensive energy. But this kind of, it feels more like this is about you, like standing up for yourself, being able to make a choice and stick with it, like being confident when you make that choice that it's the best decision possible for you and not beat yourself up about it later on. Does that make sense? So it feels like there could be things being thrown at you, decisions you may have to make, certain people you run into or interact with, relationships where where you have to realize that you can count on you. Make a decision, be confident, don't beat yourself up about it later on. And it's being done for your benefit. This Ace of Cups, it's all out of love. It's all for you so that you can grow spiritually, okay? So that your spirit can evolve. Something about your human experience makes you, it's like there's self-doubt and then you end up beating yourself up about it later. And you give other people way more leeway than you give yourself. Okay, like, oh, it's not, it's okay if somebody else does this, but it's unacceptable if I do that. Like, that's how we learn. Like, we make mistakes. I feel like there's a struggle going on sometimes internally with you, especially like making decisions or regretting decisions after the fact. Okay, so I feel like that's what's currently happening, so that you won't, they don't want you beating yourself up about stuff, basically. I don't know if that makes sense or not, or if I just sounded like I was rambling nonsense. Which happens. I tend to ramble. Thank you, Fran. You're too kind to me, Fran. Yeah, I wanted to do a little daytime live before 9 o'clock for a change, since I was here and available. It's like, well, I'm going to hop on for a little while, see what happens. It's just when I usually come on at 9. It's like those late nights are killing me. Like, I'm too old. Too old for that, man. Like, whew, they catch up to me. And then I'm like, oh my God, I'm lacking sleep. I can't, I'm up too late. I can't do this. Ugh. So tonight I might take a break from it and do it tomorrow night again. I don't know yet. Trinity, are you still here, Trinity? But I usually do it at 9 because of my dog. Like, I let the dog out for the last time at night. You know what I mean? So it just makes it easier. And then I don't have to stop, like, well, I'll be right back when I let my dog out. Yeah, so So that's why I've been doing them at like 9 o'clock, or between 8 and 9. Well, I don't know how you're a night owl with a kid. I mean, I'm usually up. I'm usually awake until 11:30. But there was a couple of nights, like it was 2 a.m. and I was just going to bed. Like, no, this, because I got to get up to work the next day. It's like, no, this doesn't work well for me. Oh, okay. All right. Trinity wants to know what positive events are coming my way. Let me cross your name off the list. Kinza disappeared. I don't even know what happened to her. I don't know what happened to Kinza. Yeah, that's true. I guess he can sleep in and all of that. Okay, Crystal, I'll take you off the list. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, just check. I go live quite often now. So. Bye, Andrea. Take care. So I got to cross Andrea off the list. My God, now what was Trinity's questions? What events coming up? Okay, what positive events are coming towards Trinity? What positive events are coming towards Trinity? Stay warm out there, Andrea. I know Chicago's cold. What positive events are coming up for Trinity? Eight of Pentacles. Okay. What positive events are coming up for Trinity? Ace of Cups in the reverse. Let's see. Effort. Work. Ace of Cups in the reverse. I don't know why that's in the reverse. Clarify the Eight of Pentacles. Three of Wands in the reverse. It feels like more focus. I don't know. Something about Something having to do with nurturing yourself. Ace of Swords. I don't know if this is school, learning, knowledge, Ace of Swords. It's the truth. But there's effort here with something. It almost feels like, I don't want to say, it sort of feels like vacation, but not. Like, almost feels like one of those retreats. Where you're learning something. Like, you're putting in the effort to, but you're learning something here. Something. Like a lot of effort being put into this. Like being more in the present, because it feels like in the past there may have been times where you weren't focused enough on the present moment. You're kind of like thinking about the past a bit too much, not looking forward enough. If that makes sense. A vacation, yeah, tell me about it. Or this could just be saying like taking the time to stop, to put in the effort when it comes to whatever that is. But Ace of Swords, you know, that's learning. That's learning new things. That's knowledge, truth, new beginnings. What about the Ace of Cups? God, Fran comes in and there comes the Knight of Swords. Thanks a lot, Fran. Oh my god, every time I get this card, it drives me insane. So, there's something I feel like your focus, like... I'm just kidding, Fran. I'm not blaming it on you. I don't like this Knight of Swords, though, in this deck. It came out in the halfway. Yeah, Knight of Swords. Right here. This Knight of Swords. No, it's not negative. It can be. It just depends on the situation. There's something here currently about, like, I don't know if this has to do with romance or what this is. Like, Ace of Cups in the reverse. It means turning away certain offers, okay? Something of like an emotional nature. You're not, it's like not putting your time and effort there because it's all focused back here where you're learning, you know, going through experiences over here. So it's kind of like it's a shift right now. Let me get another one on that. Page of Swords. The sword energy here. Let me see. Can we get another one? Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. Okay, we want positive. So I'm going to try to spin this around. There's someone from the... there's someone who may want to speak with you. I don't think you're going to entertain that though, because I don't feel like that's where your focus is. I feel like you're hyper focused right now. King of Cups in the reverse. Tell you what, that Knight of Swords every time. Seven of Wands. Yeah, someone may want to speak with you. I feel like I feel like it may be somebody that you'd be more defensive with. But I just feel like all of your focus is over here. Let me see what the Six of Swords is about. Yeah, getting rid of anxiety. Nine of Swords in the reverse. Knight of Wands. It almost, so it's like, it feels like you had things in your past that weren't great. And you're focusing now, like you're hyper focused. Okay, Six of Swords is like moving into calmer water. Okay, goes from like choppy water, you know, big waves and stuff, heading into something more calm. This is also about stress level, anxiety, that type of thing. So it feels like you've made up your mind to release that. You know, Knight of Swords in the reverse is getting rid of sleepless nights, anxiety, stress up the wazoo. Knight of Wands, putting in the action to kind of put you on the right path in the future. The crush that treated me unfairly as well. Yeah, could be. This is pretty defensive energy. I don't know if he's an air sign, but if he's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Didn't want to say anything, Trinity, because you wanted positive events, okay? So I didn't want to go there. But there's more than one card right here that kind of, you're in the Aquarius. Okay, well, this is a a Knight of Swords, okay? This is like somebody rushing back. It's Swords, that's like the fastest moving energy, okay? Out of all of these. Out of the Pentacles, out of the Wands. Wands are pretty fast, but the Swords are faster, okay? Ace of Cups in reverse. Turning down, you know, an offer of an emotional nature, so it can be a love offer, okay? Page of Swords can be somebody keeping tabs on you a little bit online, on social media. King of Cups in the reverse. And here's the defensive kind of energy, Seven of Wands, and then Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, meaning you don't want to put any energy into this situation right here. Like I said, I feel like you're focused on the future, and you're focused over here with this. Let me get a few more on the Ace of Swords. Nine of Wands. Strength in reverse. So it's like, I feel like all the effort, you know, it's like you're working your butt off right now. It feels like Nine of Wands, but it's also a lot of focus, okay? So it feels like the focus is more on you, like you're consciously choosing this time to focus on you. It's an energy of like, nothing is going to get in my way. Nothing. this is what I'm doing. I'm doing it for myself. Nobody's going to, nobody's going to ruin that for me. Okay. Even though it's difficult, there's days where it's difficult, times where it's difficult, challenging, the whole thing. But you are putting in the effort, you are working on it. Okay. 8 of Pentacles, that's putting in the work, putting in the time, putting in the effort. Learning. So it's almost like in the process of doing this, you end up learning about yourself. Like what you can do, what you're capable of, what you can focus on. It kind of, and then that radiates into the rest of your life. Because sometimes we can focus too much on other people and not enough on ourselves. Okay. You're kind of taking charge and focusing on yourself. Yeah, it's like in the process you release, a bunch of stress, a bunch of anxiety, and I think it will really pay off in the end. Okay, like it's a really good thing. Like the payoff for this will be good. So tell me anything else you've got coming towards her in the future. Is that Knight of Cups in reverse? Turning away the love offers. Emperor in reverse. These are all coming out in reverse. How bizarre. What is happening with this deck? Upright only. 3 of Cups. Okay, that's new beginnings. 3 of Cups. So it's you're putting all this work in now, and it's going to pay off, because then in the future, 3 of Cups, it's kind of like celebrating the fact that you did it, all the growth you achieved, kind of doing, it's kind of an energy of like, I did it, you gain the confidence, you stayed focused, you know what I mean? So you're going to get all that energy back tenfold is what I'm saying. Okay. So I know that wasn't really specific events. But I do feel like all of that hard work is going to pay off for sure. And then you can, I feel like in the near future, maybe a couple months or so, I feel like you will take, at least a night off or something to that effect, where you can kind of, there's a bit more breathing room in there. Like, okay, I can take a breather for a minute. It's kind of one of those days or a weekend or something like that, where you can just relax a little bit. Okay. If that makes sense. Maybe it will be a tiny vacation. Maybe it will. Maybe it'll be a little weekend mini getaway, something or other. Yeah, it seems like it was, it seems like it's a really good thing. Really, really good thing. You're welcome. Freezing again. Bye, Miss Fran. Don't work too hard if you're working. Daria, are you here? I have Daria, Touch of Love, Crystal, I think she left. Priyan. Andrea left, and I think Crystal did also. Daria, are you here? So Daria is here. Daria has been patient. Thank you for your patience. I appreciate it. Will I grow my family and have a baby soon, or do I need more patience? Okay. Let me see. Which deck should I grab for this? So I'm going to try these. Will I grow my family and have a baby soon, or do I need more patience? Okay, let's see. Get some shuffles in here. Jerry wants to know if she will grow her family and have a baby soon, or need more patience. Okay. Touch of Love, you're next right after Daria. So once I'm done with Daria, then it's your turn. So hang tight for a few minutes. Okay, Daria wants to know if she will have a baby soon, or does she need more patience? Will she have a baby soon, or does she need more patience? Well, Page of Pentacles, that's good news. These are often children, young energy. Seven of Wands in reverse. King of Wands. Ten of Cups in reverse. I feel like it will happen, but I do feel like you need more patience, and at the same time, Four of Swords. It's kind of taking a rest, taking a break. But Three of Wands, it's kind of waiting for your ship to come in. Okay, so it's just waiting. There's a waiting game here. But the Page of Pentacles is here. Okay. And I feel like I want to say relax or something here. Let me see. Tell me more about the Seven of Wands. The Lovers. Two of Swords. Chariot in reverse. So something like The Chariot in reverse, as well as this wand card here in reverse, it's like energy being blocked, okay? There's something here about, so you know this, I don't know if you know this saying. Most people aren't old like I am. A watched pot never boils. So if you're waiting for the water to boil, it takes forever. Like it's never gonna boil. You're staring at it, nothing's happening. Do you know what I'm saying? So like sometimes if you focus on something and you like something you want so badly and you know, you can't get your mind off of it, you're super focused, hyper focused on it. You can actually block that flow of energy from happening. Because you're too focused on it. I feel like I need to say, I feel like Spirit wants me to say, relax. Like, it's like there's big letters, relax. Because when you're not relaxed and you're stressed out about it, it can actually, you know, make that process go longer. It can, like, you know, hinder the efforts. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just like patience. It's kind of like, I don't know if I freak out every, yeah. So it's the freak out thing. Kind of like when people say, oh, I finally found love when I wasn't looking for it. It's it's the same type of thing. You know what I mean? Like when you quit focusing on it so much, then that's when it'll happen. Because if you're too focused, it can actually block that energy because you know, there's like stress around it and it just like kind of gums up the energy flowing around. So I feel like I'm supposed to say like relax a little bit because this Chariot in reverse is, you know, it's kind of like losing determination, losing hope, you know, maybe even getting, I don't know if you get angry about it sometimes, like why is it not happening? Ace of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, the Star in reverse. Tell me more about the Three of Wands. The Hierophant. Okay, that's Taurus energy. Kind of like it's kind of like Spirit saying like, we've got this, you've got to like commit to the process, meaning I'm surprised that the Temperance card isn't out because that usually is about like patience and divine timing, and that it's like a divine timing is kind of coming up here. Hierophant is structure, it's commitment. It can talk about authority. I typically take it as more of commitment. So you commit to yourself, or you commit to a situation. You commit to trusting the process. And this is here with this Page of Pentacles energy, which is younger energy. Somebody you know, someone coming towards you. But there's an energy here of really needing to trust the process, that it's all happening as it should and when it should, and the way that it should, because things are going on in the spirit world that, like, we're clueless, right? We don't see it, so we don't think it's happening because we're not seeing it. Okay. um so when you get that, focusing on something too much, you can kind of halt the progress. Chariot in reverse. The chariot in the upright is movement forward, will, determination. um I think it's more the mental health than it is anything else. I think it's how you're thinking. Um, I think it's about you staying positive, like trying to, which I know it's difficult when you really want something badly, and the whole thing. But there's this thing here about relax and trust the process. Because all of that anxiety and the fear and the worry and all of that, it's not going to help at all. It could even, like I said, make it worse, and even stall it further, push it out further. So it's, so you end up waiting even longer. So I would say, like, try to do things, whatever you can do to relax your mind or relax the worry surrounding it. Whatever it is that relaxes you, whatever it is that, like, helps you calm down, whether it's like taking a walk or reading a book or just watching TV, like whatever it is, just do the things that kind of put you in the space of living, like, in the present moment, so you're not worrying about when is it going to happen, is it going to happen, all of that stuff. See what I mean? Like, just try to stay in the present moment as much as you can, whether it's like deep breathing, music, whatever that thing is. Everybody's got something different, so whatever that is, for you, just find that thing. And I think that will help. And then you'll be more relaxed. And I think that will help. I mean, if nothing else, it's just going to help you from feeling stressed out and worried and anxious and, every single month, like that's stressful. So, try to remain as positive as you can, and just know that, it just requires a little bit of patience and, like, relaxation. I think that will help on more than one level, Yes. I think it is. I think you might be, kind of messing up that energy a little bit. Like, putting some blockages in there, you gotta just be more relaxed and, let things flow. Like, kind of, try to think of a time where it wasn't really a concern of yours, or you weren't actively trying to do that. Might help. If you have to go back, like, to a time when you were a kid or a teenager or whatever, like, what was it like? I usually go back to a time when I was, like, a kid, because when you're a kid, you just live in the moment. You're not worried about anything, just doing your thing in the moment. It kind of helps you to, like, oh yeah, that's what I used to be like before I was an adult. It wasn't stressful. Like, things were easier. I just had a good time. There was joy. And so, yeah, I think that's a big part of it for you. I think that will help greatly, because if you're more relaxed, you will be more positive as well. Okay. Okay, so next is Touch of Love. And I know you were here right before I started Daria, so I think you're here. Okay, there you are. What was your question again? Could you throw up your question again, please? God. Oh gosh, okay. Cat was acting up again. What is the energy between my son Melvin? What? Okay, let me read this. What is the energy between my son Melvin and his wife Sarah? Doesn't they want bad things? So you think they want bad things for you? Is that what you're trying to say, Touch of Love? Okay, because you said between him and her, so I was a little thrown off there. So you kind of wanted to know, like, their feelings towards you, basically. Okay. What is the energy of Melvin and Sarah towards Touch of Love? Oh, you live with them. Okay. Well, that sounds difficult. Okay. How are they feeling towards her? What is the energy between Melvin, Sarah, and Touch of Love? What is the energy between Melvin, Sarah, and Touch of Love? What are they feeling? There's that chariot in reverse again. Well, could be some frustration. Six of Swords. I do feel like they want things to calm down. That Six of Swords energy. Ace of Pentacles. Well, I don't know. I feel like they kind of want to just fix it. Ace of Pentacles, new, you know, a new offer, new beginning, new effort. Let's see. Clarify the Chariot. Six of Cups. Three of Wands. There's almost an energy of like, well, it used to be a lot easier, right? So like Six of Cups, nostalgia, like things used to be easier. Now it's kind of frustrating and confusing. Like, you know, like we don't really know how to approach this. Seven of Cups can be confusing energy. Chariot in reverse is kind of like a stoppage. Nothing is moving forward. So I don't know if they're confused about how to deal with it, the situation. Give me another one on the Seven of Cups. Ace of Cups. I don't know. It's like they do seem willing to want, like, it seems like they do genuinely want to change things. Page of Swords. It's kind of like new energy coming up all over this. Oh, I'm gonna kill my cat. Not really. I'm not gonna kill my cat. Sometimes I... He's driving me insane right now. Seven of Swords. There could be... like, it feels like their intentions are coming from the right place. There could be some things they don't tell you. Seven of Swords. But I feel like, you know, they don't want the anxiety either. Nine of Swords in the reverse. Like, they're just trying to get rid of, you know, the stress, the anxiety, hurt feelings, miscommunications, whatever that is. Six of Swords is like moving into something calmer. So I do feel like they want everybody to be able to live together. You know, they don't want the situation to get worse, is what I'm trying to say. Like they seem willing to work on resolving it somehow. Let me see what I get with the Ace of Pentacles. King of Wands. So it looks like someone here may have anger issues or tendency to get angry quickly. Justice. Yeah, it's trying to, like, it's almost like an energy of wanting it to be fair all the way around. Like finding fairness for all of you. Definitely seems like there's miscommunications or times of where you're not speaking with each other or something to that effect. Eight of Wands in the reverse. Justice in the reverse. Four Swords in reverse. It's kind of like, you know, if there's an argument or sometimes an energy of like not speaking with each other, on some level, and then coming back around. They never speak to me when I'm here. Yeah. It almost seems like it's that their way of avoiding, their way of avoiding things. But it seems like there's some confusion on their part. Like, we want this to change, we want it to be different, but we don't know how to go about that. So by not knowing how to go about it, they just stay silent. Like, well, it's better off not talking, than talking and have it end in an argument or whatever the case, however that happens, however that resonates for you. But it does seem like they genuinely want to, like, repair that, okay? It just seems like they don't know how to go about doing it. Like, there's a fear of, like, getting, I don't know if that's him or her or who that is. Someone, like, may have a tendency to, like, lose their patience, get too angry, or too assertive at times, kind of like flying off the handle kind of thing. So it kind of feels like we're just better off not saying anything at all. Because when we do, nothing is resolved. We aren't getting along, this whole thing. So there's kind of like some fear, some stress. It's like all rolled into one there. It's kind of like all three of you need to sit down and figure out what's going on. How can you fix it? One person, because one person can't fix it for all three of you. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be, it has to be an effort coming from all of you, not just one of you, or not just two out of the three. It's going to take a complete effort from everybody in the household. But I don't think it's not a, it's not like there's bad feelings. It's just kind of because it's been difficult. They would rather, like, not say anything than end up arguing anymore or disagreeing or whatever that ends up being in the household. I think they're just going with the safest option. Like, okay, we just won't talk. Like, we just won't say anything. So I would say try to find a way where all of you can, discuss it calmly. Everybody has to be willing. So if you need to say, like, hey, can we discuss this? What's going on? Whatever that is, however that works. But I think they're just not speaking just to avoid any drama that might happen or arguments, etc. Kind of being confused on how to, make the situation better, so to speak. Does that make sense? It's just like apprehension, But I don't think it's, like, necessarily bad. It just seems very confused and very confused on how to make it better. So I don't know if you need to be the one to, like, try to get them into that conversation, or I don't know, maybe you guys need to talk to a therapist, whatever that would be, however you guys would handle that. I have Crystal and Priyan. Crystal, are you still here or did you leave? I've got two of you left. 2 of you left. You're very welcome, Touch of Love. I hope it gets better. Crystal was here, but I think she might have left. Okay, I believe Crystal left. Priyan, are you here, Priyan? Priyan, you're the last one on the list. Are you still here? I don't think Priyan's here either. I know a few people had to leave. I just don't remember who. People get impatient and they leave. That's the way it goes. This is 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. 2, 3, 4. No, I think everybody left. All right, I appreciate all of you for coming in. I'm going to sign off for now. I've got to take care of my dog and my cats, give them dinner, let them out, etc. I might be back tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. I don't know. I may not be. If not, I'll be here probably tomorrow night around 9-ish. Maybe before that. I'll see how it goes. So, subscribe if you want, and then hit that notification bell, and you'll know when I do go live with more readings. So thanks so much, guys, for coming in. Take care.